All right, guys. So right now you're watching the replay of basic editing. Hopefully you downloaded your free trial of Adobe Premiere Pro. If you haven't, let me go show you real quick. Anthony, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see you.
Cool, cool. So this is how easy it is to download Adobe Premiere Pro. Go to adobe.com. You're gonna go to creativity and design, Premiere Pro right there, free trial. And just letting you guys know, it for individuals, $20 a month. If you pay by year, $31 a month. If you pay monthly, continue. And that's it. Put in your email. It's gonna ask you for payment, and then it's gonna make you download. Let me go. Adobe Creative Cloud. This is where you get and download and update Premiere Pro, and of course, it's other services it has, After Effects. But right now, we're just gonna focus on Premiere Pro, and let's open it. Now, one thing I want to make clear to everybody is that, all right, so one thing I want to let people know is that, for example, Jenna, Anthony, you guys feel like you need a camera person or a tripod. Nah, get used to recording with your phone like this. And when you're recording the details, flip it around and then just do some voiceovers. The point of YouTube when you're first starting, simple, quick. That's it. As your channel grows and you get more experience, you could do the fancy stuff. But right now, with your phone. And of course, another thing is keep the B-roll. Like for example, you're vacuuming, record the vacuuming for like 7 seconds. A lot of people feel you need to record minutes of doing something. You don't. Just
Mm-hmm.
simple recordings. All right, so let's go
Okay.
back to the. So here we are. You're gonna see this. We're gonna start a new project, and we're gonna name it test. And right here in browse, desktop, let's make a new folder so we could stay organized. Test folder. All right. And then look, all these settings, leave them like that. One thing I like about Adobe Premiere Pro, it already has preset settings. So, you just follow that. Now, right here, I know you're looking at this and you're like, what do I do? Right here on this side is what we import. That's what we call it. We import clips. Right here is where you get to see the clips. And right here is the timeline or sequence. And we're right here in assembly. So one thing you could do, there's several ways to import clips. One thing I do is I double click right here and it pops up this. And we're gonna go find our clips. I already know which ones I'm gonna do. CEO right here, pal. This guy. No, give me 1 second. Right here. Nice. See, and right here are all the clips. So let's import them. And here we have them. Sometimes they're in order, sometimes they're not. One thing I do is I click down here and then name, and I organize them like that. Boop, boop. And then I highlight everything, all the clips, if they're organized, and I drag them to the timeline. And there you go. Now, everybody has different settings, but I go to sequence setting, and I make sure it's the right um size for me. This right here is the visual. This right here is the audio. And you could have as many audios as you want. You could put music right here, which we'll talk about later. But right now we're just doing the basics. So you have your whole clips, and then you start watching them. Right here, you press play. All right, so there you go. You watch now. I'm gonna show you the basic tools you need to know. And the first one is cutting, the razor tool right here, or you could just click C. Boop. And what you do is watch. You guys see this space right here? Let's say it was a stutter. What I would do is I would cut this and this, this, and this. And then I will go back to the select tool and highlight it and press delete, or highlight it, right click, and press cut. And then that's it. Press the empty space and right click, ripple delete, and it puts it together. So now there's no stutter. Let's say you do something by mistake. If you're using a Mac, Command Z to undo, or I think it's Control C on PC. I'm not sure.
Z. Yep.
Yeah, right. Control C. All right. So there you go. Now, that's the basic tool, cutting. So once again, let's say I cut that, I highlight it, I press delete on my keyboard, highlight that, ripple delete. This is the basic. Like for example, right here, look, here's another one. Let's say I'm watching it. You guys saw that right there? Look.
Mm-hmm.
So let's cut that out. So it's a cleaner. Once again, I cut, I click the select tool or V, highlight it, delete it, ripple delete. There you go. Now, once again, it's going to be a little jumpy. Look, I'm going to show you guys a trick I do when I do too many cuts. So, like this, look. See, it's the same frame, but it just cuts too much. So one thing I do is I click this clip, then I double click right here, and it brings out this little dot. And I could zoom in and move it up or down, and now check it out. See?
Damn.
Can you show that part again?
Yep.
Yes, I can.
With
So,
the knowledge.
so this is what I do. When it's like, see, too jumpy. So I click this, and then I double click right here, pow, pow, and it's gonna bring these dots right here. And then I click,
okay,
and drag it, and now I could still move it. So I click right here and drag down. But that's one way of doing it. Another way is you could go to, look right here. I don't know if you guys could see, we get additional tabs, but you guys wouldn't notice without doing some research, but we need something called the effect control. And what the effect control does, watch, I'm gonna move it right here.
Well, I feel like now it's like in a...
There you go. Let me see, I moved it right there. So I could see the screen. All right, so effect control, it lets you manipulate the clip. So I have this clip selected, scale. Let's go to 150, roughly. Let's move it, position down, same exact way. And then let's say, look, side, this and that. And there you go, effect control, scale, and position. One thing you guys are gonna figure out once you're editing, there's multiple ways to do the same thing. So just figure out what works best for you. All right, so let's say you went through the whole clip, you did your cuts, you're ready to post this video on YouTube. This is what you do. So what I do is I go to File, Export, Media. Then I always have it at H.264, match bitrate, output name, right here. Once again, let's call it a test ready video. That means it's ready. We're gonna scroll down. We're gonna click render at maximum depth. To get the best quality possible, we're gonna do VBR1 pass, meaning how many passes is this Adobe Premiere Pro doing on your video? And I always have it at 45. Just letting you know, it just worked for me. I don't really know why. And use maximum render quality and export. There you go, and it tells you how long it's gonna take, 2 minutes. Now, let me tell you, if you ever export a video and it's going to take 15 to 30 minutes, something is wrong, and figure that out, because it should never take more than 30 minutes. And that's it. And let's just say you're done with your video. Let me go to my videos. All right, let's check out this one. I always like to double check. This is the video finished. And one thing I like to double check is I just skim through it to make sure it's good quality. Because sometimes you might have missed something, but this one's good to go. And now we're ready to upload it to youtube.com.